Okay, it's me. I'm here. I'm on YouTube, I guess, now. And I'm in my jammies. But I have something that I wanted to talk about a little bit. So there's been a number of videos lately talking about how you don't actually have to reach back. There's been one from Ezra Aderhold and Overthrow Disc Golf. They're both fantastic content creators. I'd recommend checking out both their channels. But I think they're a little bit not deliberately misleading, but I disagree with their definition of reach back. So what they're saying is that rather than reaching the disc backwards, like moving the disc backwards relative to the ground, what they usually say is leave the disc in place and then you move forward. And what that does is it means that you're leaving the disc in the right place rather than moving the disc relative to the ground. Because, and I think it comes because, I want to turn the camera up. Because I think the reason that they're saying that is because if you watch a lot of like top pros throw from the side view, it's really cool how the disc kind of stays in place as they take that last step forward. It's pretty cool. But I don't think that that's a thing that they're looking for, they're trying to do. I think it's more of a coincidence. I think it's it's a coincidence based on them moving the disc back relative to themselves and as they're moving forward. I don't think it's kind of putting the cart before the horse to try to do that and then try to make that a reach back. And the reason that I don't like to teach that specifically for when I teach is because it's really easy to mess up. You can leave the disc in the wrong spot. If you leave it too early and end up walking too far forward, then you end up like this, which is not good. Even though you technically did the thing right, you left the disc in place. Or what Overthrow says is he says to leave it over your back foot, right? Kind of as you're X-stepping. I love that you can see her ears just in the bottom of the frame. Anyway, leave it over your back foot as you're X-stepping, and then that'll be in the right spot. But that's only the right spot if you're throwing a flat, straight shot. If you're throwing like an anhyzer or like a roller, you should probably reach kind of over here. But if you're throwing a big hyzer, usually you want to reach lower and kind of down there. So it's variable. It changes a lot. And it's real easy, too, to leave the disc in a good spot, but then step in front of it or step over here or something like that. And you're doing the drill properly, but you're not doing the throw properly. So that's why I teach reach back timing, to move the disc back relative to yourself, but the disc still will most of the time stay in place. It's also easier to tell, right? Because if I'm here, I can't tell if the disc is over my foot because my head's over here. But I can tell that the disc is towards that corner of the T-pad or that it's away from my chest and my shoulders at 90 degrees. I can tell a lot of things from here, but I can't tell whether the disc has moved from where I put it a second ago. So, and it's also still technically a reach back, at least the way I define a reach back. A reach back is moving the disc relative to yourself away from the target. Even if the disc stays still, relative to me, relative to my head, I guess, the disc goes backwards. So that's still technically a reach back. Now, if that drill helps you, I'm not going to try to say
Eat a
that
cough drop.
you're wrong, right? It can be a helpful drill as far as timing. It can be helpful, and that's great. I just think that there are better ways of teaching that. So that's why I don't teach that, and it actually still technically is a reach back. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. Definitely go support Ezra and Overthrow. I'm not trying to flame them. They're obviously just trying to help people, and they're right about most things. Just this is one of the pedantic little things that I disagree with. And I think they know that too. It's just the nature of YouTube to put sensationalist things in your titles. Not that it's like not true, because it can be perceived as not a reach back. So sensationalist is probably the wrong word, but you know what I mean. Not clickbait either, just meh. Anyways, those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching, and always remember, slow is smooth and smooth is far.